So it's now time for EM Business, and we're talking rural enterprises. And the Rural Enterprise Program was established by government in 1995 to improve the livelihood of those in rural areas, especially the rural poor in micro and small entrepreneurship. Well, the 10th edition of the Rural Enterprise Program exhibition was held over the weekend at the West Hills Mall, and Sheila Tamaklo was there and interacted with some participants on the economic opportunities of the program.
The high unemployment rate continues to rise, posing a major challenge to Ghana's economic development. The difficulty in finding jobs has compelled many to explore entrepreneurial options. Their micro-ventures tend to provide not only a source of income, but also satisfaction and fulfillment. Vivian Awatri, for instance, is now a successful self-employed shoemaker.
You see, when I was growing up, my mom was selling ice water, and I don't want to sell ice water when I'm growing. So I decided to make something for myself. So I started learning the shoes through REP, and now we are going. When I started like a shoe shine. Every morning I float to beg some people to give me their shoes to polish it for them. But now you can see me too, I'm CEO. You see, I'm producing for some people too to sell. So now I can say it has changed me a lot. I have some people at Bamako. I have somebody at UK selling the ladies' shoes there. We are selling it in plenty places, but across all Ghana.
Wealth creation from everyday activities. Others are also making a living from ordinary local products just by adding value to them thanks to technology.
And it's an upcycling company. And what we do is that we repurpose discarded car tires, old car tires that people throw away, that they go and burn for the scrap metal or with the bushmeat. And we convert them or change them into products for interior decor and furniture. So as you can see, we make them into tables and chairs for indoors and outdoors. So lawns, gardens, pool sites, beaches, living rooms, bedroom, lounges, restaurants. We could make ties out, and we could change the ties into furniture for any kind of condition or environment.
We produce dakwa, also known as joe. The Ghanaians call it abele mamu. The Fantis call it lakwa. It has different names. It's a spicy cereal mix bar, and we call it Dell's bar. And then that's what we have varieties. We use different cereals to do it. A lot of people say, wow, this is what they want, because there's no chemical, there's no additive, it's been packaged, just all natural product. A lot of foreigners also enjoy it. They have something similar, and then they like our taste and then our package.
Okay, it's a little bit alcoholic. That's why people are at least, but everybody is fascinated with the mango wine. I exported some of the bitters, and it was very fine over there. So I'm waiting for another export.
3 out of 5 of such enterprises reportedly fold up in their first year of business. So what underlying factors? Like other entrepreneurs in Ghana, these micro-business operators also cite lack of finance and raw materials as the major challenges.
We don't produce leather. So we use the pieces that the white people use. They will go and throw it somewhere, and some of the men go to the abroad, and they will bring it for us to. If you see me sometimes buying leather from outside, you think, this leather is rubbish. But this is what we have. If you don't use that one, you won't get any leather anywhere. So I want government to help us. You know that nowadays we are wearing Ghanaian shoes and slippers. We are doing better. So the government to open a place for us and bring the leathers and the materials, the machines, because we are using our hands for this thing. What do you think if you get the machine? If we get the machine, we are going to finish everything correct. If you see Ghana shoe, you will like it.
Okay, the challenges are the bottles. At first they said I should bottle it in a glass bottle. You know, Ghana here, there is no factory that produces that glass bottles. Because it's in this plastic and people think it's so inferior, but it can compare favorably with those in the shops.
We are facing a whole lot of challenges. I don't want to write an essay here, but then I'll try and tell you a few. Inadequate finance, as a startup, getting finances to boost our businesses. There's a lot of competition out there, and then the competition is fueled with finance. So a startup with a low capital, it's difficult to compete with the bigger producers out there. And then second, the patronage. We are still pushing Ghanaians to use made in Ghana stuffs. Its quality has the same quality standard as the things we buy from overseas. They should help us by patronizing the things we produce.
The Chief Financial Officer of the Rural Enterprise Program, Charles Mensah, says policies such as the Made in Ghana agenda has largely helped bridge this gap. He, however, admits governments will need to do more to attract investors to grow such ventures to the benefit of the economy.
The platform for the Ministry of Trade and Industry and for Ghana to make sure we consume what we produce. So the Make in Ghana concept is what we are trying to inculcate in the rural communities by training them in the skills that they can produce and sell within their community and even go beyond. Some of our products are being sold in the neighboring countries from this client. I believe that we need a policy. In fact, we have a trade and industry policy, but we don't have a policy for micro and small enterprises. So that's what the Ministry of Trade is trying to come up, so that there will be a policy within the trade policy which will cater for the micro and small entrepreneurs, so that they can have a policy framework in terms of taxation, in terms of registration of businesses, in terms of even trying to export their produce. What are some of the issues that the government can do in terms of policy aspects? So that's lacking now. We don't have that policy for the small and micro enterprises.
So as the saying goes, little drops of water make the mighty ocean. In the same vein, these micro businesses could be described as the building blocks of the Ghanaian economy, only if they will be nurtured into the big corporate and multinational companies one day.
That was put together by Sheila Tamaklo. And please make sure you stay tuned right here on the AM show. Same time next Wednesday, we'll bring you AM Business.
AM Business was brought to you by
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.